Daydreaming, I stay in the backseat. The slow beat rocks me back to sleep, keeps me on automatic.
So I just shot this whole video, found out my mic wasn't on, so that's great. Hey, what's going on guys? Eric here from Eric and Myles, and today I'm going to be telling you why I believe the Sony A6300 is the best camera you can get under $400. Alright, of course this camera new is about $700. You're not going to be able to find this new for under $400. I had to search for about a month to get one under $400, bought it $385, have not regretted it since. This camera is really great for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to get to those in a minute, but let's start with the best of the best. The reason I bought this camera is mainly the 1080-120. The 1080-120 that comes out of this camera is amazing. The features you can get out of this for that price is unreal. You're not going to be able to find 1080-120 out of anything in this budget. It also comes with 4K up to 30 frames. So the resolution is 4K up to 30 frames, 1080 up to 120, and that's really amazing for this price. I don't use the 4K option that much just because I haven't gotten into 4K myself, but I use 1080-120 a ton. I'll put up some clips that I got using it. No regrets anywhere buying this camera. Amazing outcome with this. The next pro is the lens options. Of course, with this mount, Sony E-mount, when it started up, almost had no lenses for a couple years, but recently it's been picking up a ton of traction. A ton of companies are making more lenses for the APS-C line. I actually own the A7, which is a full frame line. The FE Sony full frame line, and that is just, it does come with a lot of options, just nowhere near as flexible. Also, the lens are way cheaper for APS-C rather than full frame. The lens I got on it right now is actually the Meike 12mm 2.8. This is probably on my lens about, I want to say 80% of the time. I use it on weddings shoots, apparel shoots, product shoots, anything that I can get with this. I use this lens. It's just amazing. The 12mm converts to about 19, I want to say, full frame equivalent. Super wide, not as wide as I usually like. With my Sony I shoot with a 14mm, but you know, it's better than nothing. The next pro is its weight. This camera is extremely light. So everyone loves Sonys because they're just way lighter than DSLRs. Like this A7 lighter than probably Canon 5D, but then you go up to this is even lighter than the full frame line. I use this for most of my gimbal work. It's amazing, balance is perfect, get some super smooth shots out of it. I found the battery lasts longer on the APS-C line than it does on the full frame line, and my guess is just because it's a little bit smaller, the lineups are just a little tiny bit different. Yeah, that's it for the pros, I want to say. I think the only con I can think of right now is when you turn on 4K mode or 1080-120, it does this for both, the entire LCD screen dims, and my guess is to save power. I understand why they did that, it's just kind of a pain. So that happens when you use 4K and 1080-120, so I ended up buying a monitor. This is my little A6300 cinema rig. You can check out a video I made on it a couple days ago. When you turn on 4K mode, this does not dim, and that is a life changer, life saver. I guess both. Yeah, when you want to use that in daytime and you don't have an external monitor, you kind of got to like cover up the screen to get some shade onto it just so you can see what's going on in broad daylight. So that's a very big con. The RAW files, I don't know if this is just for me or what, but the RAW files have trouble transcoding onto my Lightroom, so I have to run a whole different program to format them onto a readable format for my Lightroom. But then once I do that, it's a super quick fix, and Lightroom will read it perfectly. You can just edit your raw images. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of. Other features it comes with is a mic jack, which is something the A6000 does not have. It doesn't come with a headphone jack like my A7, but that's okay. For me, I don't use the headphone jack that much. I have used it in the past, so that it does help, but if you want that on this, it doesn't come with it. An easy fix for that though is if you buy a microphone that comes with a headphone jack, like this, the Movo VXR 3031. This comes with a headphone jack built into the microphone, and it works amazingly. Movo sent this out, you should check them out. They're a very great brand, highly recommend. But yeah, so mic jack, no headphone jack. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Consider sharing with a friend if you thought it was helpful. Check out some of our other videos, and I will see you in the next one.
All she needed was at a Clippers game on the court side. Watch a nigga shoot like a 4-5. They mad at me too, I got more fire. Why these bitches see you? Go home ride.